Good evening, homebrewers. Tonight I'm going to do my first dry fit of this outfeed ball valve tap. So this is by no means a how-to video at all. In fact, I'm probably going to benefit from all your guys' advice, as I have little to no plumbing experience. So yeah, these are all the parts I purchased down at Screwfix. So I'm going to do a dry fit, see how everything goes together. I knocked up a little bit of copper pipe for the joint on the back end. And then I've got a few questions to pose to you. Shout out to Brewing Shed, again, for the video I did on this. It's really helped me to buy these parts correctly. And also to, who was it now? Let me do a bit of Googling here. Let's get on YouTube. Norfolk Hillbilly. There we go. Yeah, for just replying to my comments really in really rapid succession. I appreciate that because I was going down to Screwfix on the following day. So let's get right into it. Firstly, the tank connector. Obviously, it's got a thread, and this will go on the inside of the boiler. This part, and this screw thread will screw onto it on the outside. One thing that, well, I guess you could say intrigues me was, to you, Norfolk Hillbilly, this part was the only part on the inside, but if I remember correctly, Brewing Shed, you actually had this whole piece on the inside of the boiler, and then I'm pretty sure you had something coming through the wall, and then you had the ball joint valve on the other side. I think I should be able to get away with doing like Norfolk Hillbilly did with this, which was just having this part on the inside of the boiler. Yes, it's a thin wall. It's certainly thinner than a mash tun. But I think it should be alright. So any comments, leave them, please. So I guess the next thing on here now is this piece of copper piping. And there's something sort of a little bit strange in the way I'm doing things with this, in that the ball valve, the ball joint valve, isn't going on the regular way. I'm sort of pretty much doing it the opposite, mainly because of room. So let's just get this olive on here. Let's speed things up a little bit. So yeah, you're probably thinking why the need for this extra bit of copper pipe. As you can see, clearance. For this to be able to fully lock in the open position, and you have an extra little bit of length there between the handle and the wall of the kettle. I hope that's enough. Should be. Oh well, if it's a tight fit, I'm happy with it. So that's that. And then finally on the other end is this. Now, to be honest, probably would have been better to have waited to purchase something else. The main reason for purchasing this is sort of like, it's sort of like a flat version of a hose barb, of a metal hose barb. I sort of bought it on the whim. The man behind the desk said, "Why don't you buy this? We don't have any hose barbs." I was like, "Yeah, whatever, I'll buy it." It's like £1 or something. Number one, doesn't have an olive, obviously. It's just got this little seal. And this is one of those, it's not flexible. To my eyes, it looks like it's going to perish in about 2 weeks. But what do I know? I know nothing about plumbing. For the time being, it's going to go on here until I can obviously find a nice metal hose barb where I can put on some 10.5mm or 12mm PVC from Idle Valley Brewing. Because at the moment, the length of this thing, the diameter, is I think somewhere in the region of 16mm, 17mm. You can see that it actually tapers between here and here. So that's that. A reasonable dry fit. So for this part, I'll knock it all up properly and put some electrical tape on it, and then we'll call it a day. my first ever official bit of plumbing. Lovely. Thanks for watching. Again, any tips thoroughly appreciated, coming from an absolute newbie to the plumbing world. But it's satisfying to build something like this, to be honest, and I'm really looking forward to doing more of this in the future, especially when I change up to all grain. Thank you.